Hello, my name is Arturo Garcia Hernandez Arce, and I'll talk about what I want to study and my professional career. And as you know, my first option is laws and public administration because my biggest dream is to be a politician and to be the president of Mexico, and I'm proud of that. And this this is because I liked all debates, I like to fight, I like arguments, I like to read, I like to have all the information, and this is one of the reasons what I want, why I want to study a laws and to be a politician. And now I'm going to make an interview to a lawyer so you can understand and I can understand why it is good to be a lawyer and why not. So now let's see the interview.
What did you study?
I have a bachelor in law. Well, that was my first career. Then I studied psychology, so basically I have a degree in law and psychology. Then I decided to specialize in sports law, which basically enables me to work with everything related to sports in law.
Where do you study?
For the first degree, I graduated from Anahuac in Mexico City. Then for the psychology degree, I went abroad, exactly in Philadelphia, in the University of Philadelphia, when I graduated from the degree of psychology. And for the master's in sports law, I decided to go to Liverpool, to the University of Liverpool, in which I graduated from the master's. Yeah, that's where I studied 3 degrees.
Why you decide to study that careers?
Well, first of all, because of the income. I mean, when you when you hear about law, you directly relate it to money, and well, it's basically true because lawyers nowadays they earn a lot of money, and I love sports, so I decided to mix money and my passion, and yeah, that's why I came up with this idea of studying law and specialize in sports.
Does the career you choose have good earnings?
Well, as I mentioned before, I studied it because of the earnings. So yeah, it has a big income for me. But well, I do have a good salary.
Are you happy with your careers?
Very happy, honestly. Uh, I do what I like. Well, as I mentioned, I love sports. But practicing sports at a professional level is very difficult. So I decided to do what I want with a different overview, which is in the suit. So yeah,
Um, what do you think about that careers?
about the careers I studied,
Yeah.
they're pretty good careers, but they're not for everyone because you have to be very dedicated to do what you do, and well, you have to study every single day to get up to date with all the updates and everything that is related to law, because law changes every day, and that makes it very difficult.
What is the most important part of your career?
It's a tough question. Well, I reckon that the most important part of my career and my job basically is to make people happy. Well, my clients. I want to make my clients happy because my goal is to satisfy their needs, and that's what makes me the happiest.
Why you say that?
Oh well, because some people feels happy about money, some people feels happy about success, but I am a different person in my opinion, and I feel happy when I see someone else happy, and making somebody else happy, well, that makes me the happiest. Sorry for repeating the word so much, but yeah, it's the only adjective to describe happiness.
Why do you like your career?
Well, I like it for many things. Since I was young, I always like it to be into debates and to choosing who's right and who's wrong. And well, yeah, that's basically what I do. I argue with people around something, basically a situation. And then I try to convince somebody that I am correct, that I am the winning side. And that's what I love about this career. Plus, I get to meet so many people. Like some of my clients, they have been famous people, some very successful, and I also have got to meet a lot of very interesting people while on the trials. And well, yeah, my career is something new every single day.
When you were a child, what you supposed to study?
Uh, when I was a child, I was pretty crazy. I wanted to be an astronaut once, but that was when I was like a very very kid. And it was around the times that man got into the moon for the first time, so everyone was with the hype of the moon and stuff. Then I wanted to be a football player, but after seeing so many players getting injured and some of them not making it, well, I decided to step away from that. And but I still liked sports, and then I saw something in law, or basically in trials, that made me love law, and yeah, that's what made me choose this career.
How much do you earn?
Ah, well, that's a very personal question. It's not something I can tell to many people, but the only thing I can tell you is that every year it's around the 7-digit number.
What's better, to be working on an enterprise or by your own?
Oh, well, it's depending on everybody's necessities. If you work alone, well, then you are your own boss. But then you can create your own law firm, and you can gather up many of the best lawyers all over the world, and you can be as powerful as you wish. But it's depending on the situation of everybody that you can decide whether you want to be in a company or by your own.
What factors help you to win a case?
Uh, this is very personal as the other one. You know, Depending on the case, you might need a lot of information related to the topic. I mean, if somebody comes in and tells you, "Well, this guy just got killed. I need to defend the suspect," then how can you defend it if you have no further information on what happened? So what you need uh, is a testimony of a witness. And well, if you have a very strong witness, or even some videos, some proof of what happened to back something up, well, then that's a key to winning a case.
Do you like to go to the court?
Well, this question is very simple. If you ask a football player if he or she likes to go to the pitch, then they will tell you that they do. So, if you ask me if I like to go to the court, well, yeah, of course I do.
What are your aspirations?
My aspirations. Well, as I mentioned, I have a master in sports. Well, in law related to sports. So my aspirations is to basically be more active in the sports industry, and kind of get involved in more trials involving sports in general.
What's your biggest dream?
Uh, my biggest win. You've heard of these cases. For example, the case of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, in which they got involved in tax evasion cases. I will honestly love to defend them. That would be like my biggest dream ever, because besides they're my idols, and yeah, I would love to meet them and work for them.
Do you spend time with your family?
I honestly try to, because it is very difficult. You know, I go to work around 9 in the morning. I take my kids to school, and I spend some time with my wife in the morning, and then I go into the office at 9, and that's from 9 to 5 if I'm lucky. Sometimes I have to stay late in the evening, or sometimes I'm free at 4, depending on how the day goes. But overall, yeah, I have a lot of time for my family, and that's something I really appreciate because some people get so much into their jobs that they honestly lose all all contact with their families, and that's a shame.
Can you mention your favorite case?
Ah, it's very difficult. There has been so many in history, but one of the most hilarious ones was when Apple sued Samsung. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember why they did it, but they went to court and Apple won. It was like millions of dollars, which Samsung had to pay to Apple. And what makes this so funny is that Samsung decided to pay Apple in pennies. So you wouldn't imagine the amount of coins that Apple received in their headquarters when they got paid the sue. Dude, that was amazing.
Could you give me an advice to next generations?
Yeah. Well, I think that the the simplest thing to do is to follow your dreams. Try to keep up with your aspirations and do what you like the most. Because I love law, I love sports. So for me, working is not working. That's basically doing what I love, and that makes it more easy for me because I get to enjoy what I do and I get paid for it. So yeah, do what you want. Well, not what you want, but what you like, and keep up with your dreams.
Thanks.